It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you gorgeous people. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso live on SABC3 on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for choosing to start the morning off with us. Now, the coronavirus is obviously the talk of the world, and the COVID-19 cases, they continue to climb. Yesterday surpassed the 3 million mark worldwide. That is an alarming number, alarming statistics. But to bring it back to home or closer to home, all 9 South African provinces have now recorded coronavirus cases, with the Western Cape now topping the list with the most reported cases in the country. Now, the mayor of Cape Town, Dan Plato, talks to us, and he talks us through the latest statistics or stats on the coronavirus in South Africa, and tells us more about what we can expect during level 4. Good morning, Mayor Dan Plato. Thanks for making time for us.
Thank you so much.
Can you give us an update on the coronavirus in South Africa first?
Yeah, look, our figures in South Africa is rising. I think we take note of the figures on a day-to-day basis. In Cape Town, I sit with my mayoral committee members almost every day. We analyze the figures. We're looking specifically at the Western Cape and Cape Town. That is our base. We focus on. And as you know and be aware, we're standing at 1,737 confirmed cases in the Western Cape alone. And then with regard to Cape Town, in the region of 1,363. The figures are rising, looking at the death for Cape Town at 33, but overnight another 2 people pass on that will bring the Cape Town figure up to 35. We are not happy with the figures. And that is why the mayoral committee sit and to look at other measures we would love to put in place to assist government as a whole to contain the virus. I think containment for Cape Town and the Western Cape currently is key.
Mayor, thank you very much to you, of course, and the committee for obviously always making sure that you are on the pulse of this situation and moving swiftly when it requires that you do so. Let's talk about level 4. We know that will be implemented across the country on Friday, the 1st of May. How does level 4 differ from what we know as level 5, what we have been experiencing since the start of the pandemic in the country?
Look, some difference, some changes, not much. You're all aware of what the president said last week, Thursday, the issue with regard to the restaurants and that they could do deliveries and some businesses that could open under very strict conditions, cigarettes to be sold and that sort of thing. The key factor for me is small business people, the SMME, small, medium, micro enterprises, but also what we call in our communities the people living under the breadline, the people that is dependent on a couple of rounds per day to put the bread on the table the evening. They can't go and work. They can't go and they can't go and scuttle. They can't go and do their thing. And those communities are really suffering. I deal with many communities in Cape Town on a day-to-day basis, and to see the hunger and people phoning you, saying to you, Mayor, we're really hungry, can't you not help, and that sort of thing. The issue is to reach out to each and every household that are hungry and to assist them. And I want to applaud this morning all the NGOs out there, all the people that opened soup kitchens, all the businesses that are contributing. I'm not going to mention any businesses' names. There's many businesses really opening their hearts for the people of Cape Town, but also individual households clubbing together to make pots of food and to go and hand it out for the hungry people out there. And those people really appreciate what the people of Cape Town are doing for them. So at the end of the day, I would love to see a relaxing of some of our business regulations and measures, just to relax it a bit more, just to enable the lower-end people to begin to operate so that they can at least go and find their piece of bread.
Mayor, I think the one thing that we can take out of this and away from this situation is that we've seen how it's been able to, in a very weird way, galvanize citizenry and people across the country coming together, as well as businesses working with the government to make sure that no one is left behind as far as this is concerned. But to talk about the Western Cape, and the number of cases. We know that we now lead in the number of cases as the Western Cape in South Africa. Talk to us a bit about the expanded testing that the city of Cape Town has been doing over the past 4 weeks and has had to do over the last 4 weeks.
So, look, our figures is quite dramatic. Over 70,000 screenings have been done, and over 5,700 tests have been done over the last 2 weeks, which is, I believe, it is absolutely...
Your call has been placed on hold. Please wait.
Oh, we seem to have lost Mayor Dan Plater on there. Of course, speaking about the amount of work that the city of Cape Town has been putting in to ensure that they manage the coronavirus spreading in the Western Cape. As we know and we've seen in reports, the Western Cape now leads in the country as far as the number of coronaviruses, the ones have tested positive, has come out. But make sure that at home you do your bit. Comply with the rules of each lockdown level. There are going to be difficult times, but we can make it so we can ensure that we limit the spread of COVID-19. More information on what the city of Cape Town and the Western Cape government is doing online, sacoronavirus.co.za.